Viewers, welcome to Raj Science. Now, today we are going to learn about laws of motion. This is one of the important topics in 10th class physics, and in this topic we are going to discuss about state Newton's laws of motion. Newton stated three important laws of motion, that is first law of motion, second law of motion and third law of motion, commonly called as Newton's laws of motion. In first law of motion, Newton stated that every body continues to be in its state of rest or in the state of uniform motion along a straight line unless it is acted upon by some external force. We can say acted upon by some external force or compelled upon by some external force. What is the meaning of this statement? The meaning of this statement is that, for example, take a body or an object, or simply to understand, take a notebook and place it on a table. Come and see the position of the notebook after a day. The position of the notebook remains the same. You watch this again after a month and after a year. The position of the book remains the same on the table because no external force was acting on it. That's why the position of the book remains the same. In the same way, if a body is in motion, continues to be in motion unless some external force is acted on the body to stop. So what I mean to say is that a body at rest continues to be in rest and a body in motion continues to be in motion unless some force is acted on it to change the position of the body or state of the body from rest to motion or motion to rest. And this law is Newton's first law of motion. Now Newton's second law of motion states that the force acting on a body is directly proportional to the rate of change of linear momentum of the body, and the change in momentum takes place in the direction of the force. So this statement can be understood in two simple points. That is, what Newton says is that the linear momentum of a body is directly proportional to the force acting on it. So it means that the force acting on a body is more, then the linear momentum is also more. If the force acting on a body is less, then the linear momentum is also less. And the change in the momentum takes place in the direction of the force. Means if you see this diagram, that is diagram number 1, take for example, take this m is the mass of the body and the force acting on the body is in the same direction. See the arrow mark on which how the force is acting. So if the force is acting on this direction, the momentum of the body also will be moving in the same direction. Whereas if you see the diagram number 2, the force acting on a body is in an upward direction. So the momentum of the body also will be in the upward direction only. And this is Newton's second law of motion. Newton's third law of motion. And Newton's third law of motion can be easily understood. It is very easy to remember also. That is, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. I'll read the statement. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, and they always acts on the two different bodies. And for example, take a rubber ball and hit the rubber ball with some force onto the wall. The rubber ball hits the wall and bounces back towards you. So first, the force which you are applying on the rubber ball to hit onto the wall is an action force, and the rubber ball hits the wall and comes back, and that is a reaction force. When you are throwing the ball, that is in one direction, and after hitting the ball it is bouncing back, that is an opposite direction. So it means when you are throwing the ball, that is an action force. When it is bouncing back, it is an reaction force. And this can be easily understood by a simple equation, that is A is equal to minus R. A stands for action force, R stands for reaction force, and minus stands for the opposite direction. And this is Newton's third law of motion. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe it and share it.